Julius Malema, the leader of the economic freedom fighters and known for his bravery and outspoken political style, caused a major upset during the latest Ad Hoc Committee hearing when he openly challenged Bheki Cele and Brown Mogotsi. His intervention signaled a possible shift in the direction of the committee, with implications that could significantly influence its final outcome. Remarks made about Bheki Cele left some observers furious, while others began questioning whether deeper links may exist. Stay until the end, and please do not forget to like and subscribe for more updates. The Ad Hoc Committee, tasked with considering serious allegations affecting the country's law enforcement and governance structures, found itself at the center of renewed public scrutiny as new submissions were brought forward. At the heart of the briefing were claims that cut across some of the most sensitive areas of the state. Submissions before the committee included whistleblower allegations of corruption, claims of drug cartel involvement within the police, accusations of political interference in crime intelligence, and alleged misuse of secret funds linked to the Phala Phala matter. These are not minor administrative concerns. They strike directly at the integrity of institutions entrusted with public safety, justice, and constitutional order. The committee was informed that some of the individuals who made submissions could be called in for hearings or legal consultation. This alone elevated the gravity of the process, signaling that the committee may move beyond paper-based deliberations into direct engagement with those making allegations. Against this backdrop, Julius Malema's contributions took on added weight, as he framed his arguments not only as political positions but as constitutional imperatives. Malema called on the committee to firmly summon Paul O'Sullivan and Brown Mogotsi, insisting that no individual stands above South Africa's constitution. His emphasis was not simply on appearance before the committee, but on respect for the rule of law itself. In his view, accountability loses meaning when powerful or well-connected figures are perceived to be beyond scrutiny. The call was direct, uncompromising, and framed as a test of the committee's seriousness. He further warned that the committee must act decisively if it intends to fulfill its mandate. According to Malema, allowing individuals to evade scrutiny would weaken public trust and reinforce perceptions that accountability in South Africa is selective. His remarks suggested that the credibility of the entire process hinges on whether the committee is prepared to confront uncomfortable truths, regardless of where they may lead. At the same time, Malema drew a clear line when it came to how allegations should be handled. Instead, he argued, those who allege wrongdoing must name specific individuals and present evidence. He urged members to stop making broad, generalized attacks on the judiciary and prosecutors. This, he said, is essential to protect the integrity and independence of institutions that form the backbone of the constitutional state. In this moment, Malema positioned himself not as an opponent of the judiciary, but as a defender of due process. This distinction is critical. While the committee is examining allegations that implicate senior figures and powerful structures, it must do so without undermining the very institutions responsible for adjudicating justice. Malema's intervention highlighted the tension between robust oversight and reckless accusation, warning that the latter could do lasting damage to public confidence. Perhaps the most contentious aspect of his contribution was his view on former police minister Bheki Cele. Malema argued that Cele should not be called back to appear before the Ad Hoc Committee. His reasoning was pragmatic rather than personal. He stated that claims made by Phala could be verified through concrete evidence such as CCTV footage or sworn affidavits. Summoning Cele again, he argued, could open the door to endless exchanges that distract from evidence-based findings. According to Malema, only serious and verifiable allegations should trigger further action. This position placed him at odds with those who believe that recalling Cele could provide clarity or accountability. For critics, Malema's stance raised questions about consistency and motive. For supporters, it reflected a desire to prevent political theater from overshadowing factual investigation. The hearing also exposed sharp political tensions within the room. Malema clashed openly with MK Party MP David Skosana in an exchange that underscored the personal and political undercurrents shaping the committee's work. Malema labeled Skosana a coward, while Skosana accused Malema of being overly respectful to judges because he is expected back in court for pre-sentencing on January 23rd. The confrontation illustrated how legal realities and political rivalries intersect in these proceedings. Beyond the personalities involved, the immediate impact of these exchanges lies in how the committee proceeds from here. Public confidence in the process will depend on whether allegations are tested rigorously and fairly, and whether political point scoring gives way to substantive inquiry. For communities affected by crime, corruption, and alleged institutional decay, the stakes are deeply human. These issues influence safety, trust, and the everyday functioning of the state. Politically, the consequences could be far-reaching. How the committee handles whistleblower claims, summons key figures, and evaluates evidence may shape future debates about police reform, intelligence oversight, and the use of secret funds. It may also influence how Parliament is perceived as an oversight body capable of holding power to account. Looking ahead, several realistic outcomes emerge. The committee may choose to call additional witnesses, seek legal opinions, or request further documentation to substantiate claims already before it. Some allegations may be narrowed, others expanded, depending on the strength of evidence presented. There is also the possibility that certain matters will be referred to other investigative or prosecutorial bodies if they fall outside the committee's scope. What is unlikely is a quick resolution. Processes of this nature are complex by design, intended to balance transparency with fairness. The challenge will be maintaining momentum without compromising integrity. Each decision the committee makes will be closely watched, not only by political parties, but by a public increasingly skeptical of accountability processes that promise much and deliver little.